Hi. So, one of the many ways that I help my coaching clients um, go from feeling like some kind of unease or shame, fear, maybe negative self judgment or things around some of their sexual desires or like orientations to more of appreciating and celebrating those aspects about themselves and feeling ease and joyful with that is to bring a greater awareness to the many amazing and positive aspects, positive things about those parts of them, those parts of their sexuality. And then if or when they feel comfortable, also being able to communicate that to others, either to myself or other people in like a small group session, and be celebrated and accepted for that. So, I'll share an example, that I've done on my personal journey. Um, so, for me, of course, so they're just in my personal life with a lot of really conscious communication and consent. I have a desire and really enjoy being more in a dominant role or an aggressive role sometimes in the bedroom. And in the past, I had tons of shame, tons of fear. I didn't think that there was anything good about those desires that I had. I think because of the messages and conditioning that I got, from our from like kind of mainstream culture and society that I have lived in. And so something that I've done is really consciously brought awareness and thought about some of the gifts of having that desire. And for me, it's been a gift of allowing me to be like vulnerable with either just generally people in my life or uh, romantic or erotic partners in my life, because now it's a lot more comfortable and definitely more in the past it felt really vulnerable for me and tender for me to share that, and that was a great chance, a great opportunity for us to bond more. Apologize. For us to bond more, to create more trust and safety, um, and to be open to have something to communicate honestly and openly about, and bring our relationship closer. And for my partners, that's been for the ones who, for some of them, that's been a real gift to them when they have a desire to be more, sometimes, again, with consent, submissive, or be like to being led, or things like that, in their personal lives in the bedroom. And yeah, some of them have said that it would have been I don't know if this, for lack of a better word, like it would have been they would have felt like, oh, they would have like missed out on something if I didn't have that desire. And they wanted that. They wanted to experience it in their life or with me as a partner. Would have just been like some sadness or longing for them. So again, it's for me, it's a way of seeing how like, wow, that desire in me is such a gift and a beautiful thing about me. It's something that's so appreciated. And another example, one, I'll say that, people of various genders, clients I've worked with, women, men, and other gender identities, have shared similar things with me, and we work on that and see how those desires of theirs are so amazing, so beautiful, and wanted, desired by a lot of people out there. And another example of mine, and it's common for a lot of clients I've worked with, is I identify as pansexual, so I have attraction to just people, sometimes like regardless of what gender identity or what body what body they have. But anyways, um, and that desire in me has been such a gift that it's given me more empathy um, for other people who identify as queer or LGBTQ plus, as well as anyone who is in a group or has a part of themselves that is not as accepted by culture at large, or by a lot of our culture. So, I say this with humility, but I really do feel that, especially for me, like otherwise in my life, being more in the groups that are at like the top of the social hierarchy, like I'm white, I'm male, I'm able-bodied, etc. That having this experience of being in the LGBTQ experience of me has given me more sensitivity and awareness about what it's like to, hopefully a little more, I think, what it's like to be black or brown, or um, to be on the diversity spectrum, on the neurodiversity spectrum. Hopefully, maybe to give me more empathy to know what it's like to be a woman and face prejudices or things like that in that way. So I'm so grateful for that. I really see how that's helped me be a lot more sensitive, understanding, and humble. Like I don't know. Like hopefully I understand a little more. At the same time, like I don't know what their experience is like, because I learned that before I had any experience of before, when I was just had a straight experience, I had a lot less understanding of what it's like to be LGBTQ plus, and having that experience and transitioning to that, I'm like, oh, honestly, I was like, oh, that's a lot more challenging and scary and things, and involved a lot more self-transformation work than what I thought it would. Yeah. So if you would like to keep making progress on loving and accepting your sexual desires, like aspects of your sexuality, I'm willing and wanting to support you with that. I'm willing to have a complimentary conversation with you, and safe and supportive and confidential, if you want to reach out to me about that, or just start to get some complimentary resources to keep moving on that journey. And I'll also mention that as of February 2021, I've been starting to do a little bit of small group sessions where we have a safe space, and we all get to share and talk about our sexuality, and that's been really amazingly powerful for some people to not only be in addition to me, to be accepted and celebrated and hear about my experience, but also other people's experience, and having that supportive community. And so welcome to reach out. My contact information will be below, as well as my website, which you can sign up there to receive complimentary resources if you'd like. And I wish you much joy and ease and loving of yourself on your journey.